Hi, everybody. My name is Damon Van Hee. Welcome to TableTakes Plays here on Gen Con TV. We are playing The Crowned tonight. It's our one-shot.
Session 2.
Session 2 of our one-shot. We did a session
like
0,
a
which
one-shot to me.
sort of counts. Yeah, I don't know.
That's how one-shots work.
But we're going to see how long it takes us to finish this one-shot. Traditionally, one-shots in this game last 7 or 8 sessions. But that's okay. We will see how the players with me today are going to do tonight. But before I introduce all of them, I would like to do a brief safety discussion because I think that is important when you are a good storyteller or a good player or anything like that. So other than the standard isms that we won't be having at...
Branding.
Branding. No
Hashtag-
branding. This is part of the safety discussion. No branding, I guess.
Hashtag not sponsored yet.
Stay tuned.
Open.
Open to it.
Yeah. But we won't have any of the isms and phobias that aren't great in regular existence in life. Those are all dumb. We're also not going to have any sexual violence or violence against children, though I will point out that tonight's one-shot will be taking place during a children's parade. So there might be child peril, but they'll be fine.
Okay.
Don't have to worry about it. They might just, be a little sad or something. But
That happens.
we're also not going to have any withholding food as punishment or starvation. And then from the players, we've also ixed teeth and eyes and maggots. We won't have any of those things.
Well, might be like teeth
Like
and eyes.
a normal,
You
like a normal amount.
keep them.
All of us. Okay, got it.
All right. We
Sorry.
just won't do weird stuff with those things. Just regular stuff. Yeah. Anyways, who do we have today?
Great. Hi, I'm Megan Karimi Nasser. You probably recognize me from the last game.
Totally here.
Welcome back to me. Am I also Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Am I introducing my character?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Who are you
My
playing tonight?
Character's name is Lonk,
Lonk.
not Link.
Not Link.
Notably, my son named my character. But we're not sponsored, so her name is Lonk. Yeah, and I'm also doing Purview. Okay, great. And I am the god of pettiness.
This is amazing. How did I forget that?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun
right?
last time, right?
Totally here. Totally regular and
Can't
happy.
wait to play this character again, who was Lonk then as well.
Yes. Lonk Zolda. I wrote down Zolda.
Zolda, Lonk Zolda. It's like one word though. It's like Lonk Zolda.
Perfect.
Lonk Zolda. All right.
Lonk Zolda.
All right. I am along for this ride. My name is Sharon Bebop. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Gettysburg, the god of historical reenactment.
Nice.
Reenactment, the hobby, not historical reenactment, the very valid method of preserving history, just so we're clear.
I feel like you have to introduce yourself that way a lot.
I was spitballing like kind of how this character is with some friends, and they were leaning very much on the historical, like the East Coast villages and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, this is not that. This is not that.
Yeah.
This is people who've been to the Ren Fair 3 times. Like that's the level of historical reenactment we're doing here. So this is the middle class white guy hobby, historical reenactment.
Someone who just went to the Ren Fair, I approve.
Thank you. I've been validated.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bonsai Baby. I'm she/her, and I will be playing Faye Tal, who is they, them, and I am the god of fairy tales, specifically the old-style ones, where, good things happen all the time.
Okay, that was a good segue. I'm Bryce Bebop. My pronouns are he, they. I'm playing the god of children's games, who is Neighbor the Kid. Long history. I don't know. I really wasn't paying attention to anyone else's intros. Is that it? Is that all we need?
I think
Yes.
that's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Good job.
Good job.
Thanks, man.
You're the best.
So last time when we did our session 0, the 4 of us, We chatted about the type of game that we wanted to play. And folks were very interested in having some kind of a weird carnival situation. So that is fun, and that is what we'll be doing tonight. I think that the four of you have spent plenty of time together for whatever that means for you. Maybe you've worked together before, maybe you've shared a job before. But if I remember correctly, Faye, you are bonded to Rhyme, correct?
Yes.
Rhyme is your clade, the god of madness and fingers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of
okay.
fingers.
Great. He's fun. I like him.
Sorry, I just got the rhyme nor reason, and he's the god of insanity.
Yeah,
So,
Wow, was that intentional?
it was, yeah.
Wow.
yeah, I just got
Yeah,
that.
it used to in fact be the crowned god of knowledge in this, whose name is Axiom. In the original draft, he was Reason.
Oh.
And all of the clade were paired up, and they had like a lot
that's
of
cool.
opposites. But then I changed all their names.
Well, that was cool.
Yeah,
Now
no, it's not
now
cool
it's
anymore.
not.
His
It
game
was
is
great.
trash now.
At a different show, you could tell us why, because I'm super curious about the game design and why you decided not to have them connected anymore. But not right now. We'll
All
talk
right.
later.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
On a
'cause
different
there-
show.
There is a why. Yeah.
Like on a show you? No.
Oh, yeah.
So, once a year in the district of Quince-Tree Point. Quince-Tree Point is named for a quince tree and is way out on the edge of the city. The tree itself is centuries old, and there's a full religion that has sprung up around it. There are priests that tend it, that make sure it is fine and healthy, and it produces quinces year round that people turn into jams and have healing properties and things like that. Don't like jam?
I forgot to bring quinces.
Oh, yeah, you said you can bring quinces.
Yeah.
That's okay. They exist in our minds.
I love mine quinces.
Yeah.
Is that how you eat a quince?
I don't know.
Okay.
So,
I can tell you. I know
yeah,
what
that's how
it
everybody
is.
eats a quince. So once a year in Quince-Tree Point, there's a parade that happens, and it's called the Fool's Parade. And it is named for the Flaxen Fool. The Flaxen Fool was a god of the color yellow. And he blew himself up in a ritual that went awry and turned himself into a pigment of his color, which then crumbled and drifts about the district. So Quince-Tree Point is always kind of tinged in yellow. It clings to clothing as people walk through it. It is in the air. Everybody breathes it in, but doesn't seem to care. And the Flaxen Fool has been gone for more than a century at this point.
And his ashes are still chilling.
Yep.
Yeah, they're still kicking around.
All right.
Yeah.
Just inhaling.
Yeah,
it.
when the ritual went off, he and the neighborhood around him, which is now called Artist Alley, all turned to caked pigment. And then over the years, got shaved down and put into jars for art pieces. Quince-Tree Point has, in the city of the Shining Garden, has the most artists. Just there's the art schools, everything like that.
This game is so metal.
And yeah, they use the powdered form of the god of the color yellow to make a lot of their stuff.
And quinces famously are yellow.
They are, though this is unrelated. It's just
I know that I just looked up.
coincidence.
I was picturing like a
Just Googled
lychee,
it.
but I was
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, no, they're
cool.
little
Okay, great.
yellow
Carry on.
situation.
They look a little hairy.
And so yearly now, the children of Quince-Tree Point will put on the Fool's Parade, which is where the populace in that neighborhood, they will tie up different colored strips of fabric. A lot of them are yellow, but it's all of the colors that are out there. They'll tie them throughout the neighborhood, and children will run around, pull them down. It's part of this parade. Throw them into a bonfire, and whichever color is represented the most, that bonfire then burns in that color for the next week, and the kids are very happy, and there's things and festivities for them to do, regular carnival type things. But the Fool's Parade is happening today. And it's a thing that people from all over the city come to watch because they like seeing spectacle like this. And the parade happens to terminate right at Litry's Bridge. Litry is the god of paint and color and paper folding architecture. He's been around for a very long time. He's incredibly powerful, and he is very crazy. He has a bunch of phobias that are packed onto him, and he is incredibly agoraphobic, refuses to leave his bridge. And he's the one right here on the cover, if anyone has the book out there. He stays there, and he represents many of the artists that are in Quince Tree. And that's where the bonfire will be, right at the edge of his bridge. And so he traditionally will come to the edge of the bonfire, and then people get to see him be distracted by stuff. He's kind of a hermit type character, and he will chase people off of his bridge sometimes. So this can be an opportunity for many of these children to run out onto his bridge and see what it's like while he is distracted by what is going on right at the edge of it. And sometimes he participates, though he doesn't leave his bridge ever. Typically, the color yellow wins just in honor of the fool. Everybody in the neighborhood is just very pro that. But last year, Burgundy won. It was a very deep Burgundy. Littery was quite pleased with that because it was a change for him. But every year, it's a neck and neck. The kids really, they get together and they make their own teams to kind of decide who's gonna do
really what. Intense.
The children get very into this.
Yep, the children do.
I am so excited for the silver
children.
snakes, the orange monkeys. I am so excited for
All
them.
these little child gangs.
If Reese was a color, what color would Reese be? Or Rhyme.
Rhyme? If Rhyme was just one color, oh boy. I think Rhyme would have to be just a swirl of kind of a muddy, unfortunate shade.
Woof.
Yeah, Rhyme has a lot of distractions in his life that I think might make him a little hard to focus on being something nice.
Okay, I got it. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's an interesting segue because speaking of Rhyme, so the four of you are making your way towards the parade ground. So the parade ground goes through, parade ground is a strong term. It goes through Artist Alley, which is where most of the art schools are. There's also a ton of shops and vendors and things that are selling wares and paintings and sculpture and all kinds of stuff. You can also buy pigments of the Flaxen Fool still. Some may be correct, some may be forgeries. I don't know, he's been sold for a long time. But it's always a bustling place, but when it's parade time, it really is packed. Very, very, very dense, shoulder to shoulder kind of situation. So for these children making their way through all of these tightly packed people, there's a lot of them underfoot. There's a lot of them shoving adults out of their way. It's kind of their one time a year for this neighborhood, at least, that they are allowed to just kind of have a bunch of sugar and cut loose.
I mean,
yeah. And so the four of you are walking towards the parade route. And then suddenly it is the five of you that are walking towards the parade route. And Faye, you feel something very close to you. Just suddenly there is a shape just brushing against your arm.
I brush back.
There's a little coo, even, like a, oh, and then they kind of lean on you a little bit. And then when they lean, you can feel there's they're taller than you. They're much taller than you thought they were a moment ago. Mm-hmm. And then they're kind of bending at the torso, sort of right where their hips are, but they're still walking. And they kind of go over the top of your head, and then in front of your view, you can see some fingernails and fingers kind of come down from the top. And the nails on these fingers are all woven together into this lump of keratin mass that is just kind of twitching and pulling on the fingers. And then the rest of the crown comes in front.
I was like, ooh.
And you can see the head of Rhyme.
Oh.
And you have met Rhyme at least once before when you became a god and you were bonded to him. Whether or not you have come across him more, I'll leave up to you. Do you think you're familiar with him, or is this a new experience for you?
I feel like I'm familiar. I've been around for a while. And it's just kind of like, I'm also a little kind of like unhinged sometimes. So like if I did see those fingers, I'd be like, ooh, hello.
Yeah, and some of them try and recoil, but they can't because they're stuck within the mass. But some of the others say hello back, just little wiggles. And then Rhyme's face is in front of you. It is upside down, and he's still walking next to you. And so the shape of his body is quite contorted.
Contorted.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Hello.
What brings about you today in scene? Are you going to be part of the festivities?
Oh, no, I never participate.
Oh.
I would be too good at it. But you're heading there, correct?
Yes, I am.
I'll be watching. Are you watching or are you playing? You're small enough to be a child. You could play.
I could play. I like watching the children, though. I have these, and I'll pull out of my mini pockets, these very weird, mushy colored bands, like ribbons. I have these ribbons to distribute.
Ah, good color choice. And he reaches out and he pulls one, and he. It doesn't smell like the color that it is. Are you sure it's the right color?
I mean, things are not always like they seem.
That is very true. But are you particularly occupied during the thing, or can I give you a task?
I like tasks.
Great. I have sent someone on a task, and he has not done well.
Ooh.
And I would like it if you and then at this point the three of you each feel a hand, like he's just jovially reached around, but it's an arm for each of you. I would like all of your friends
Oh, if they're willing to play.
to help. No, it's a group game.
Okay.
Oh, I like games.
I would like to, with unearned confidence, just also reach around.
Yeah, there's no one
buddy back.
over there.
Oh no, this is
You go
awkward.
to do that, and there's just nothing there. There's just some
Well,
fingers that are hanging out.
I've made this
on the side.
decision, so
Great, it's bold, and I love it. Yeah, so your arm is just hanging in the air like
Yep.
that.
until the hand goes away, this feels like the reasonable thing to do.
And Rhyme says to you, so there was a gift that I was trying to have delivered to Litri. He and I go way back. And my courier is gone, and I would like you to find him, figure out what has happened, and make sure that Litri gets his present right when the fire goes up.
Ooh.
The timing is important. He points at all of you, at like from his crown and from his hands. And just like, timing is important. Good. I don't know where he is in here, but I'm sure you can find him.
Hide and seek is one of my favorites.
You tell us anything about him?
About who?
Oh dear. About the courier?
Oh,
We're
yes.
supposed to find him.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, I can. He is another one of mine. He is the god
So we'll
of.
probably be able to.
He's the god of transparency. And so I have lost him
Oh,
Awkward.
because I can't see him.
hard mode.
So how do you know that he's not actually doing great at his job?
Oh, because I can feel when a god almost dies, and he is very close to being dead.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. So I assume he's just not continuing with the task. He might be. If he is, he deserves some kind of a promotion.
I mean,
Trials and tribulations, always couriers have been foretold to have to go through trials and tribulations.
I should have just hired someone. But I'm not paying any of you, though.
Okay, but what if we succeed?
Good job, then.
Nothing. We have to go find
Sounds good.
this other god,
Yes,
invisible,
probably.
and then do his job for him.
Correct.
Okay. And we get. You said nothing?
I could give you a little bird. Would you like a... And
Kind of bird?
Yes.
He gives you there's like a little sparrow in his hand.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'll take it.
Well, good.
Ooh, could you make these the proper color then?
I could. And he takes them from your hand.
Yes.
And he shuffles them and hands them back.
Yeah.
They were mixed up.
Ah, thank you. Perfect.
And the two of you, I assume you want something also?
Sure.
No, I think that couriers need to be protected on their sacred tasks, and it's very important for messages to receive to reach their final destination.
Okay. I have more birds.
Birds are great. Do you have pigeons?
And he pulls out an identical sparrow.
Close enough.
You could name this one pigeon.
I will. I'll put it next to my parrot. TableTakes Courthouse.
Incredible. Is that your familiar? Is that parrot
Yeah,
your
my familiar. My stuffed parrot on a shoulder mount.
I love it.
Named Appomattox Courthouse.
I like things.
Just anything?
Many things.
Oh. Oh. All right. Come a little bit closer. And he gives you a vision of the most horrible nightmare you have ever had. It is a nightmare that you forgot you had as a child several times. It was a reoccurring one, and it just pops back into your head like you have just woken up from it.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll get there. Yeah.
And actually, you do sort of feel kind of like you just went through a bunch of therapy. Like real hard therapy.
All at once.
All at once. Yeah.
I don't know why she left, but it's okay.
Lots of people leave.
Yeah.
Anyways, like the god of transparency, he's gone too. So I think I will follow you sometimes and then not some other times.
Cool. Will you let us know when you're following us?
I might. I know.
Okay. Fair enough. That's fun. Will you be hiding as well?
Do you want me to not be?
I think that's part of the game, right?
I could hide.
Ooh. Do we get a present?
I'll hide.
We get another present if we find you while you're hiding?
Yes, I will give everyone that because you liked it.
What if
It was really good.
instead of hiding, you actually helped us keep looking still?
I will look from my hiding place. See if
Great.
he might be there.
Do you know his last location before your courier?
I don't pay that close attention. He was
Disadvantaged?
here somewhere.
Okay. But he was here,
He should have been here.
not there.
Well, not here.
Okay.
He is where he is.
Perfect.
He is there where, not here where.
I would
Straightforward?
Never wear.
I would like to use a ability.
Oh, yeah.
Cast a
Oh, you're going to do a rote? What do you want to do?
I want to invoke the ancient right of I count from 30 down, and now the game of hide and seek has begun.
Oh, all right. All right.
Oh.
What is your goal with this rote?
My goal is that if we are in the vicinity of the person playing the game, who I've named Transparency, and also Rhyme, that like
All right.
they become more visible or they like
Kind of ping on your radar a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is great.
Like
So-
Pokemon Go, but back in the beginning when you had this little footprint.
This thing
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
Basically, casting Ollie Ollie Oxenfree.
Yeah, that's great.
Or Marco Polo.
So for rotes in this game, they are built in the moment, like this one, because we could not write a full spell book because everybody plays something completely different. You know, we've had more than 200 gods made for this game, and no one has duplicated anything yet.
That's so crazy.
It's wild to me. Every time a new table makes gods and there's still no duplicates, I'm blown away. Maybe I'm just not as creative as any of my players. But I would have duplicated a long time ago. All right, so how we'll do this is I'm going to help us out because we're mostly new players here. And I'll walk through the steps for building this route.
Okay.
And then we will pay for it and then roll and see how well it works. Cool. All right. So you'll notice that there in your character sheet, we have a thing called degrees.
Yes.
And these degrees are the parameters with which we build a route. They're things like distance and damage and scope and stuff like that. And so we'll just walk through, because we're all new to this, we'll walk through and we'll go one by one, see if you need any of that type of thing in there. And then we will find out how much it's going to cost you. And then we'll do some God stuff.
Okay.
So
I love God stuff.
I kind of have something in my mind that I think it might work for this already, but we'll walk through and you let me know if that doesn't mesh. So first off, it's up to me to tell you if you are in a controlled or a stressed situation. This is controlled.
Cool.
You know, like nothing too bad is. I mean, Rhyme is right here, but so far he hasn't torn anybody to pieces. So
Yet.
controlled, I guess. So conjure. There's a couple of ways we can do this. There's conjure. There's distance. There's learn. Things like that. What I think might be nice is to decide the radius that you want this to be.
Okay.
How long you want it to last, and then probably some ranks in the learn degree.
Okay.
Because you're trying to figure out stuff, so we
Gotcha.
can kind of build what that looks like.
Okay.
So those are the ones that I think it would use. So we could use a sort of distance twice, because one of those is for radius of effect, but instead of we'll call that scope in this case. So. How big do you want the radius of effect to be?
How big is this district?
The district is about 10 to 15 miles in diameter, depending on, well, it's not, this part's not a circle, but depending on where you're at, the longest 2 points will say 15 miles, which is pretty big.
That seems real big for, 'cause that would make it like rank 7, I think. You know, let's...
Do you want to just do a mile? Just have it be rank 5?
Yeah, I think that would work.
Or, I mean, rank 4 is 1,000 feet, which is smaller, but also if everything is like kind of concentrated to the parade grounds, then maybe that's a cheaper
That would
way
make
to go
sense too.
about
But
it.
you know, I think rank 5 just in case.
Okay.
I mean, if this guy's almost dying, I want to know about where he's at.
Sure.
So,
All right, so
Yeah.
that's going to be, so we'll keep track of the ranks that we're adding up here. So that'll be 5 ranks for distance. Yeah. And we're going to actually call this one scope.
Okay.
But we're using the distance numbers on it because we are now also going to use, well, I guess, no. We only have to do that once.
Okay.
My mistake.
Cool.
Yeah, so 5 ranks in distance for the
5 ranks in
radius of
distance.
effect. Duration is the other one that I was thinking about. How long would you like this to last?
How long does this festival last?
So the parade itself lasts as long as it takes the children to decide that they're done. The festival can be up to a week, but sometimes gets extended if the quince priests come out with their liquor.
Gotcha. So knowing children, like I do, I would say rank 5 up to 12 hours then.
Okay. So
Another
now
rank
that's
5.
another rank 5 there. And then I think learn is going to be the third one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think in this case, it's going to be 3 ranks in learn.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there is a sort of behind-the-scenes storyteller mechanic for why I picked that number.
Okay.
Basically, it's just 1 rank to figure out where, like to cause the ping to happen, and then the other 2 are because you're looking for a god.
Okay.
And so we're trying to match their divinity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I wouldn't need a rank 5 because it's veiled. Is that
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. In this case, just the 3 ranks.
I will
for that.
gladly take 3.
That's 13.
Yeah. So that's a total of 13. Is there anything else that you want the road to do? Do you want it to deal any damage or anything like that? Like
No
probably
damage,
not.
no conjuring anything. I don't think I need to guard against it. And wild card is just weird things out of my scope, right?
Correct. Yeah.
But like I don't.
Yeah,
This,
I
this
feel like
hide and
that's
seek.
good.
This is me finding a
Yeah,
person.
I feel like
so-
that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 13 points total. All of those
Okay.
are added together. And now we look at the cost modifier.
Okay.
And in this case, we look at your single highest rank. You have 2 of them at rank 5.
Yeah.
And so for a 5, that'll be a ×2.
Okay.
Yep. So that 13 becomes a 26.
Okay.
And now, do you have any discounts for them?
I do in distance, duration, and not learn, and so scope doesn't
But one
apply.
each for distance and duration.
Yes.
Okay, so that 26 becomes a 24.
Okay.
So you'll spend your 24 Aether points.
Aether.
Yeah.
That's the little. You get 100 Aether points.
That's the stuff that lets you be a god and do all of the weird god things. Sarah calls it god
be a
juice, and I
god.
hate that.
I too shall call it God juice.
I
Yeah.
also will hate it.
Yeah.
So
That's
now
sort
it's
of
2 on 2.
Fine with me.
And then the last thing we need to do is determine how reality pushes back a
Okay.
little bit. So roll a single d6 and just tell me what you get.
Oh man.
If you get a 1, that's bad. If you get a 6,
Okay.
that's good. And then there's varying levels along the way.
All right, don't hurt me, new dice.
Ah!
5. Okay, cool.
So a 5 is a minor bonus.
Yeah.
And so the minor bonus in this case that I'm going to apply for this is that this ping is going to extend to the people that you are with.
Awesome.
So if you get separated or anything like that, like they will still be able to do
Cool.
that ping for the next hour. Yeah.
It's an hour or 12
hours.
12 hours
Yeah,
for you.
12
We're going to do
hours.
an hour for everyone.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still
Does it-
awesome.
Yeah.
Does it activate when we just do it, or?
Yep, and then because you're spending your god essence to do this, I'm not going to say juice, because you're spending your aether to do this, you're successful. Like this game
Okay.
is built on you being gods, and so you should be successful when you try and do these things. So for you, what does this look like? Is there any effect, or are you just doing it?
I have to call out translucent. I'm counting down now, and then I have to count down from 30.
Great.
And then, yeah, I guess I say "Ollie Ollie Oxenfree," or
Yeah.
Ready or not, here I come.
yeah, ready or
Yeah.
not, here I
Here I come.
come.
Yeah, and
can-
now you can start searching.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
great. I love that. Okay, so what I will tell you is that this sort of radar goes up, and there is no ping.
Cool.
So it is at least a mile from where you currently are.
How close are we to the parade grounds right now?
Quite close. It's just this
Okay.
next block over.
Okay.
There's like the streets are lined with spectators and also still people trying to shop. But on the outskirts of that, there's just kind of a sea of children that are ready to go. They are so very, very excited to be able to tear through the city streets, knocking things over. And you've got probably, we'll say 5 minutes if you want to do anything before that gun fires and the children are set loose.
Green? Green? Are we good for green? What color do we want to win?
This color.
Well, it's a bunch of them.
That doesn't work.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So,
Aren't we supposed to be looking for someone?
so I'm hearing green. I'm not hearing anything against green.
Sure. Green.
Nothing against green.
I'm feeding the bird. This will come up later.
What are you feeding the bird?
Well, I mean, I imagine
Just
if
little-
it's like a
like,
parade, there's like
little
stuff,
stuff
like a
around,
little funnel
yeah.
cake or something. Yeah.
Great. I wasn't sure if you had something already, like a pocket
I
of
do.
birdseed or anything. Like
Yeah,
that.
I took
Just like
pocket of
having-
birdseed as one of my
Great.
wondrous items. Okay, great.
Listen, I have to ask. Everybody makes really weird characters
Yeah.
all the time, so
That's
I have to
true.
check.
Yeah, I
in.
know, that's totally true.
Yes. All we need to do is.
But I
be-
can, as a party favor, make birdseed.
That is true.
That is true.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's for free.
You absolutely
Just activate
could, yep.
general. So,
Oh, yeah.
birdseed.
Okay, thank you. Oh, it's in my hair. Come on.
I forgot about my familiars.
Oh yeah, you have two familiars.
You have two
Why
familiars.
don't you remind everyone of who your familiars are?
So I have Chip and Dale, One is a guinea pig,
A guinea pig?
and a capybara.
Okay. Are those just what I assume? I'm picturing something. Is that right? Love it.
So Chip, the guinea pig, is dressed in like a leather aviator jacket with a furred ruff and a little fedora. And Dale, the capybara, is in a Hawaiian shirt. And I'm just gonna go.
Weren't they both invisible?
They could become visible if they wanted to be, or if
okay.
I want them to be.
Oh yeah, because they were imaginary friends, based
Yeah.
on imaginary friends.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna go tell them to befriend children and tell them green.
Oh,
And
that's
then
good.
I'm also going to start swaying children like green. We're all going for green, everybody. Let's make a sweeping green.
All right.
This is green.
I'm going to have you roll for this. We can all experience rolling some dice. So this game is, to remind everybody, it's a D6 dice pool system. So in this instance, I'm going to ask for, I think this is a presence plus impress roll.
Cool.
So you'll take whatever score you have in presence and whatever you have in impress. And then I have to tell you whatever the challenge difficulty is. In this
Okay.
case, it's going to be a 2.
Okay.
So you need 2 successes. And 5s and 6s are successes. 6s explode indefinitely. So if you
Okay.
keep rolling 6s, I'll give you, it'll basically increase the effectiveness of whatever it is that you're trying to do here.
Okay.
The other thing that I'll say is if you want to, because you are a god, and you have enough dice in your pool to do it without rolling, you could just spend 2 Aether and succeed. But it wouldn't give you the opportunity to have any of that
Okay.
bonus effect. You can also choose not to spend the Aether, roll it, and if you fail, you can spend afterwards, but then it costs you twice as much.
Worth.
All right.
I will spend 4 Aether to make this happen. If I don't, roll it.
See what you
Everybody
did.
look at
So
my-
3 dice for your pool?
Yep, 3 dice. I need
Great.
2. So I spent 4 Aether.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so go ahead and spend that 4 Aether, and then you successfully start convincing a bunch of children around you to go for green. And one of them is like,
Are you guys gonna do different colors?
I swear to goodness. Green iguanas, green iguanas.
one of them is wearing a red headband, and it's like, yeah, green is better.
Green
And
is better, everyone.
Throws that down on the ground.
There's a whole episode of Babylon 5 about this.
Fair.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I want to, and tell me if I'm doing this right, I want it to do a brains fake to pretend that if I were a courier, how would I have gotten from here to there?
Okay, I think in this case it might be no rather than fake.
Oh,
But you can
my
definitely
no is way worse.
You can definitely do brains with that, yeah.
Okay, well, my brains is 0. I was really counting on that
What's your no?
fake. 0?
Okay. So here's what we can do. There is a rule in the game that if you have nothing at all in your dice pool, you can roll a single die, and I'll just kind of decide what happens based on whatever.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right, doing it. I'm going to do this extremely confidently.
I know.
I
And
just want to put
before you
myself
roll-
in the brains.
Before you roll,
The lack of brains of a career.
we had decided where everybody lived. You don't live in Quince Street, correct?
I actually do.
You do
I
live here,
do. We
okay.
decided that there's a disused horse track here.
That's right, I remember.
And that's where I live.
Okay, fantastic. I will factor that in based on your roll.
Delightful. Hey!
Well, they rolled a 1. So, yeah, you are certain,
Yeah.
absolutely certain, that you know the path that you would take to do anything as a courier in this district.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if only
No.
you knew, like, where it began and where it was supposed to end and where
I
they
don't
happen
think
to be
that's
right now.
important.
Great. I love the confidence. Yeah, you know. You feel
So-
confident
so I'm
that,
gonna head off
that
in
you could
that direction
curry if you needed to.
and keep an eye out for the god of transparency.
Off to a strong start.
Everybody's doing so good.
I was just gonna say that I will be wandering near neighbor the kid and sort of just like as kids pass, being like, I heard that Stephanie is doing green, and she's the worst.
Stephanie is the worst.
Everybody hates Stephanie. Don't be like Stephanie, all right? Purple is where it's at this season.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So I'm going to give you a couple of options for how to roll this, and then you can let me know what you think fits for your character.
I do not
better.
know why we're friends. Why would anyone?
Because kids are petty.
Yeah.
Kids
That's why
petty.
a couple of kid gods. I'm like, all right, we can work with this.
So you could either do it the same way that Bryce did, and you can just do presence plus impress. But because you are the god of pettiness,
Yeah.
I would also let you do presence plus weird and add in your divinity.
Oh, well, let's do that then. So that is, I
You weren't doing a direct game.
Fair
have
enough.
2 presents, 1
gotcha.
weird, and 2 divinity. I'm gonna pull
Boy,
five
this is just
dice.
so
Wait,
petty.
so then I roll the 5 dice, right?
Correct.
Sorry.
So you're going to
No
be rolling
reason
5
other
dice,
than
and
pettiness.
5s and 6s are successes. And
Six is
in this
explode.
case, I'm going to give you a challenge difficulty of 3.
Oh no. That is a single 5.
Okay, so
Well, you have a 4, so you said challenge difficulty of 3.
No.
Oh, so
No,
you
I have
need
to get-
3 dice.
I
Oh,
need
I
3
misunderstood.
successes.
Don't listen to me.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was
write
bad.
this
I got a
down.
But you
2, a
said it
2, a 3.
confidently.
I did.
okay.
spend
So
the
if you
points,
want, you can spend points now, but it costs you double, so it would be 6 Aether points
2 then.
to then be successful.
Be successful.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that
That counts.
I am petty
Convincing
enough to
children.
hurt them.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole
Absolutely.
point of my existence is to be that petty. Yeah, great. I spend them and but I make a point to also tell like the kids different colors because I'm just sowing
Just
chaos.
chaos out there.
Good
Yeah.
call.
Yeah. But Stephanie is a good anchor
But like
for
not
that
green
because
for sure.
Stephanie is
no
the worst.
everyone. It's always Stephanie because everybody knows.
Everybody has a Stephanie.
Everybody,
Yeah.
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 I don't even like gear it to each kid. Like everyone has a Stephanie. No offense
Poor
to any
Stephanie.
Stephanies watching.
Stephanie.
I actually know a lot of really great Stephanies.
But also one really bad one.
Hashtag not
you
all
know
Stephanies.
you know who you are. Okay. Ooh, she's watching
I
today.
am going to go up to some of the booths looking for like glitter or confetti.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell them I have been tasked with a very important quest. All I know, we must, the hour before the fire is lit, we must do this. And I will just like take.
Just take their things.
Well, like with a
wish
little.
anyone could see Bonsai's
Yeah.
eyes.
Right?
Right now.
Like,
Your eyes
I-
over here
yeah.
because they're so big. They're so big
Yeah.
and so crazy. Okay, go ahead.
So they're like,
With like a random coin. It's just a random coin.
so
want a
this is a we're gonna see if this is a human person here or a god person here, and then we will see if I get high, it's a god.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 4.
So like a demi.
it is a god that is there as well, and they're like, by what quest?
Before the fire is lit, it has been told that we have a quest to find a person who cannot be seen. A person who cannot be seen, so I need these things to go on a quest. Would you like to aid a quest like all the fairy tales of old?
No, I would not. But thank you. I would like to remain here vending. But here. Oh,
I'll put like I don't even know what coins I'm shoving down. It's
Yeah,
just from my
just-
pocket. Like,
well, we don't. I mean, we haven't taken like physical. No, it's fine. Yeah. Good luck.
yes. Your name will be down in ages. What shall I know?
Goodbye.
Are you sure? And then I'll just like.
He has a name
Yeah,
tag.
I'll stay out of stories.
Stories. I just, it's always safe to keep a bell. And I'll just give a random bell.
Nice.
Thank you.
It's made of iron. It's good.
There's actually a little bit of reverence when he picks up the bell. You can't quite tell what he is the god of, but you can tell that he is of a lower divinity level than you are. You guys are rank 2, and he is lower, perhaps even lower, with a kind of a dumb purview. So there is a little bit of reverence when he takes that.
Can I do can I do impress really quick with charms?
Sure.
And just, start this tale that's being told of how we must find an invisible person before the flame is lit.
So you want to? Was it a wonder that you wanted to use, or just? Oh yes, charms
Impress.
is over there in impress as a specialty. Great. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. So this will be a presence plus impress.
Oh, sorry, I cannot whisper. The character whispers. I said
Oh.
we are on a major quest. I should actually
It was really good, though.
I was trying to be fairy tale whisper.
Yeah.
I'm disturbed.
It can't be repeated, but it was great.
We're on a quest. Sorry.
Yeah.
I told them we are on a quest to seek out somebody who cannot be seen before the fires are lit.
They could pick up the whispers on the mic.
No, the chat said they had a hard time because I was whispering too low because I usually shout too loud.
But that's all right. We'll still roll. We'll
right.
still do it. I know
We'll be
what's
rolling.
going on. No one else needs to.
It's a surprise.
That's the best live stream ever.
Good. It's okay. Everybody quiet. So yes, this will be presence plus impress. And in this case, you're using a skill specialization.
Yes.
Yes. So for your first roll, your 5s will also explode.
Ooh.
They don't explode indefinitely, just on the very first one, but if they turn into 6s, they still count as regular 6s and can explode forever.
Right.
So what is your, before you roll, what is your goal with this roll? Are you trying to convince him to come with you, or just
just spread the tail?
Spread the tail,
Spell
fantastic.
the tail, because what is a quest if we're not talking about it?
It's a very good point.
And then people need to be known. It's a story. It has to be told.
Okay, great. So I'm going to give you a challenge difficult. This is going to be a sliding scale, I think. So
All right.
the more successes you get on this roll, the better it will be.
All right. Please. Oh, there's one success.
Okay, and so that's a 6, so it's going to explode. So go ahead and roll it again and see if we
Ooh.
get any more successes.
No.
No. Okay, so
Boo.
one success, which is still a success. And so you tell the tale, and you make eye contact with the vendor. He's holding that bell, and you can tell that the story that you're telling him is one that he is listening to.
Okay.
So you got him at least. We'll see if he tells anybody else.
Boo. Can I spend ether to make it so?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah.
I will spend.
You want to do so? This would be a rote then.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So we would do a rote to. Are you looking to convince him to spread it, or would you like the tail to kind of inherently drift around? Like
We'll drift around and mutate.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So this is going to be a rote.
Can I borrow the book?
Oh, yeah.
Rip.
Yeah.
Wait, how does helping work?
So with
Like if-
with rotes,
Yeah.
you don't help
You can't.
per
Okay.
se. You can with regular skill checks. So you can help in there.
Skill.
But when gods want to work together, there is
Whole nother
there's a
thing.
whole thing called a ritual, which is an involved process, but it does let you combine your purviews.
Nice.
So that can be kind of a really fun thing. It fits really nicely into like longer campaigns. But yeah. Anyways.
Right.
So
But this is a one
This
shot.
one.
Yeah,
So I
I
think
don't want to help you actually.
one shot.
One shot.
The parade hasn't even started yet.
It's fine. It's fine.
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Oh, we
Okay,
do
so
have-
in
yeah.
this case, I think conjure
Conjure.
and duration.
Ooh.
And then I also think learn,
Okay.
because you're trying to kind of use learn backwards and teach
Yes.
effectively.
So where's conjure on this one? Okay, there. Wait.
Yeah.
And so in this case, conjure is going to be more of an esoteric kind of
Volume.
judgment. Yeah. So for me, this would represent the veracity of the story itself. How well the story is told, how long it will. Well,
Last.
duration will be for how long the effect will happen, but the higher the conjure would be how well it will stay within a person that hears it.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So I guess we'll go ahead and let it. We're telling it right by the children, so it'll get into their brains.
That's true.
I guess we'll go ahead. If this is a control, well, let's see, conjure.
It is a controlled situation, yeah.
But so how many people is a rank 5?
So the way I'm picturing it isn't the number of people per se, but like how convincing the story itself. It's gonna drift all over. The
Yeah,
place.
I want it to mutate.
Yeah. So what I think the story can do is it can change as new people hear it. Like all of those things will fall under the ranks of conjure there.
Yeah.
And then basically, how I understood it, and please tell me if it's otherwise, we were going to create a thing that will kind of move around on its own.
Yeah.
So you're not necessarily targeting people. You're making a thing that's going to just go around.
It's going to will
And
this
tell
thing
itself.
a success. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Willing success because we have to finish this tale successfully. Yes, this is how it works.
Okay, great. I love it. So I think Conjure 5 is good.
All right.
I like that. And then how much duration do you want to put into this? How long do you want it wondering about?
Just like, we'll do it like the same amount of time the parade would be, so like 12 hours, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, great.
So,
So that's 10
No.
ranks then so far.
yeah.
And then for Learn, I think it's just going to be, let's call it 2 ranks.
Okay.
Just to make sure that the people are convinced by the story and they pay attention to it as it goes by and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that's 12 Aether. But then
12.
looking at the cost multiplier, we used a rank 5, so that's times 2.
2, that's 24.
Do you have any discounts?
Conjure.
Okay. And is it a discount of 1?
Yep.
Okay, so that'll be 1 Aether less?
So it's going to be 23.
Correct.
'Kay.
Yeah. So go ahead and spend that 23 Aether.
'Kay.
And then roll a single d6 to see
I swear I'm
well it
okay
is.
with math, but I'm not the best. So I'm just going to don't worry about me. I'm just not using the calculator or anything. Whatever. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Sorry. Oh, wait. You know what? I'm going to use my silicon dice. Sorry. Silicon dice, because this
Real
is
bouncy.
It's real bouncy.
Quite bouncy.
Quite bouncy. Fun, 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 fun.
We need a bounce cam.
a bounce cam. I shall.
Does that mean the cam would bounce?
It's a
or-
GoPro on one of these dice.
Oh, sick, sick,
Bum,
sick.
bum. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. It's a one.
It's a 1. Okay. So,
No.
so a 1 is a major complication.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, and it's totally fine. So
meant it.
the major complication is that the story itself really likes you.
Oh.
And so it's just going to kind of follow you guys around. It might wander off on its own from time to time, but it is going to follow you. Do you picture this as having any kind of a visual with it, or is it just auditory?
It's more of like you can kind of, it's like a whisper and like a creep in the back of your neck. Kind of, it's like a sensation of like, ooh, I heard something, like in
It's
the
like-
wind.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3 of you are all experiencing that now.
Cool.
There's this little tickle at the back of your neck.
Feels
and-
like gossip.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like gossip. Yeah, it's maybe
little
not too
bit.
bad for you.
Yeah, this night's getting a little better.
It's definitely like a kind of a hot breath, though, which, I don't know, do with that what you will, I guess. And I think that's probably been about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then a gun goes off. That's not true, actually. Guns are really, really rare in this world because Nell, who's the god of death, made bullets ritual weapons. So guns are really just here for murder. So instead, it's a firework that goes off to kind of start the beginning of the parade and everything like that. And then the children lose their minds. There is just a cacophony that comes out of all of these children at the same time, and they scatter. Like, sure, there's a parade route, but they're gone. They run in all different directions. Some are running up and down the streets. People are getting knocked over. Children are pulling all of these colored ribbons from shelves, from doorways, wherever people have tied them up. The children are just like climbing over each other to get to them.
I would just like to, especially if I see kids like shoving other kids and stuff, I'm gonna just like very casually occasionally trip a child.
Great.
Okay, cool. Carry on.
I love it. Yeah. I said there would be child peril, and here we are.
Yeah. I mean,
Perilous
they're like
children.
fine, but
Yeah.
they are.
Kids are really bouncy.
They're
Yeah.
so bouncy.
Yeah.
It's fine. I have kids. I know how bouncy they are.
Yeah. Everyone here does but me.
You have
This is
us.
terrible.
Yeah, I have all of you.
This one's a terrible. Keeps rolling one. Keeps rolling.
Sorry, it's only one.
It's
So I'm-
only bouncing
Oh, no.
talons.
Oh, it's going crazy.
Sorry.
You could find it if it had that GoPro on it.
Oh, man.
Wait, literally, where's? Oh, it's under your feet. What's that?
Okay, what's it say?
So sorry.
I'm sorry, everyone. This is important.
Sorry.
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
Slightly better. The
Slightly
foot
better.
power
It's a
help.
good live stream. Oh, it's too crazy.
It's too crazy. I'm
Here,
gonna
do you want,
it's in the void.
Guys,
I'll get
settle
Oh my
it.
gosh.
down.
Yeah.
So the children are running loose.
Like that die.
Chaos.
Pure chaos.
So I'm going in a direction,
Just a direction.
but it is
love it.
the correct
Yeah,
direction.
he's just
You
gone.
know it is the correct direction. Are you staying with everybody else?
I am not sure that I was paying attention to them at all, to be perfectly honest.
Great.
He did say he just wandered off.
No. I don't wander.
Or, I mean, sorry, marched off
There you go.
purposely.
Yes.
And I
Chose a
definitely
direction.
did not go with you.
So,
Personally, I can't speak
Valid.
for anyone else. I was like,
Well, you two are definitely together because you were following. I went off to a teller and grabbed some glitter.
Wonderful.
so I'm off
the party has been split into every direction absolutely possible.
immediately.
Yeah. All right. Well, in that case,
I thought that we were still near each other.
I just figured you'd
I
be
think-
behind me.
I think with the exception
The clear leader in this situation.
with the exception of you, I think that the three of you are close enough
Near, okay.
that you could still decide to be near each other if you wanted.
Are we pinging off each other as well?
No.
Just okay, great.
Yeah.
Well,
It is only a lack of ping because it is further than
Right. Yeah.
figured then I would probably spot you have a purpose. The tell has taken over you.
Yeah. Destiny.
just a lot of confidence.
Manifested.
Yeah. I'm a middle-aged white guy.
All right. Well, he heads off very
So
confidently.
confident.
And then the three of you are following, trying to.
I mean, I feel like no.
Great.
For me. That's a no from me. Judges?
I follow.
Okay.
I'm struggling with not running after kids and playing in this game.
I get it. I understand.
This is hard.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send Chip and Dale to run after the kids, and then I'm just going to like kind of blindly follow you because can we see through our familiar's eyes?
You can.
So yeah, I'm following you, but I'm really not there.
Yeah.
Like I'm Chip and Dale.
Okay, if they are all going in the same direction, then I am going to, much like a cat, I'm not gonna like be in the group. I'm gonna be nearby, make sure that I can see them, and like, but I don't want it looking like I'm following them.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Great.
So
I'm doing my own thing.
the four of you take off in like sort of different directions, doing sort of different things, but also not really splitting the party, but kind of splitting the party. And there's definitely a bunch of children getting in all of your way all of the time. But I would like, let's have this half of the table.
Oh.
Sorry.
We have a drawer.
Wow.
The haves and the have-nots, I see.
I see.
Yeah, there's a drawer on that side of the table and not on that side
You
of the
and your
table.
star bellies.
And we've been fighting about it for a very long time.
We're mortal enemies now.
Go ahead and roll me. Let's do brains plus notice. This is just like your general spot check type of thing. One die for you. Fantastic.
Zero dice.
Zero. Oh no. I love it. This is the best character I've ever
This
gotten
is
to
great.
run.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
I got 3 5s and another 5. That's
So
okay.
you got
five
five successes on 4 dice, and then you rolled a 6
On a luck die.
On a luck die.
Does that
That's
explode?
actually it does not
'cause it's
explode
just a luck
there's
die. Okay.
there's nothing in the pool.
Yeah.
Because I have no brains
pool
and
is
do not
empty.
notice. I am not paying attention.
But
Yeah,
you also
makes
got
sense.
more successes than even in your dice pool. So
Yeah.
like both of you, that's really spectacular.
It's okay. I'll handle this.
So
I'm already handling it.
so one thing that you notice is there is one of the children has kind of like moved to the side and is like clearly having a bad time, and is thumbing through an armful of strips of paper and cloth and stuff as their color is fading away, and then the color fades to almost like a milky clear kind of plastic situation, and then fades a bit more. And so it's a young boy, and he's over there, and he's just like starting to well up, and just calling out, they were red, and they are. You can see the color draining from them. You see a strip in front of you as you are walking. The same thing is happening, but it is one that is basically
Like
right in
right
front of your
here.
face. And as you start to walk through it, that's when you notice that it's actually a clear strip of fabric. What would either of you like to do?
They're nearby.
I would like to go up to the kid and be like, "Oh no, Look at this. I'm just gonna take these from you. Maybe can you go find some? You can go find some better ones. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not. I mean, this is a little bit embarrassing for you. So I'm just gonna take them. Out of the goodness of my heart. Okay. I'm helping you. You don't want anyone to see you with these.
Is
Okay?
this
Thank
obvious
you.
enough for me to notice? I want to argue that it is because I have an opportunity to be a hero here.
Great. Yes.
Excellent. So
It is, I will point out, in the other direction. It is behind you. So that is the wrong way as far
Well-
as you're concerned.
maybe.
Okay.
Having found an important clue, I think that this was the right way.
Yeah. Maybe he came back around.
Yeah. So, like, noticing that, and he was upset that they weren't red anymore. So I'm going to summon a Revolutionary War British uniform,
Nice.
but in ribbon form to replace
Great.
his loot.
Fantastic. Okay. So,
I don't know how to play this game. I just hope this is working.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Excellent.
And as long as it's tied to your purview, it's a thing that you get to do because you get to do all the historical reenactment stuff, even when it's super weird. So yes, so this is you want to do a rote for this, I
Yeah.
assume. Okay, so it's going to be, I think, conjuring duration.
That seems reasonable.
Might be the only ones that you need because
Okay.
you're walking over there to hand it to him.
Right?
And so it's a controlled situation for you still.
Okay.
And I don't think it's going to be very expensive. It might be depending on, how long you want it to last. Or, you could do.
It
at
only
rank
needs to
10
last until the bonfire.
At rank 10 of in a controlled situation of conjure is up to a mile cubic area. So that could be a lot of ribbons for this little kid. It would not be cheap to do, but you could do it. Just pointing it out. Nothing is stopping
Noted.
you from going to rank 10. But I think maybe rank 1 or 2 in this would be plenty
Okay.
to do
Yeah.
a uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it
So, I don't know.
kid-sized? Is it like for him to wear or for him to throw into the fire?
It's to replace his ribbons.
Okay.
So-
Great.
So like a jacket, but cut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I love that. So if you're just doing that, I think really it's rank 1
Okay.
in conjure. And then how long do you want this to last?
It only needs to last until it gets thrown in the fire. So,
In
how far away
in
is that?
theory, maybe an hour, maybe a little more.
Okay, so let's say 2 hours, just to make sure.
Okay. So we've got rank 4 at an hour, but rank 12 rank 4 is an hour, rank 5 is 12 hours.
Okay.
Well, what I think I might be able to do is we can maybe split the difference because we want just like a little bit extra. So
Okay.
I'll charge you 5, but we
Okay.
won't do the multiplier with it.
Sounds good.
So that'll be 5 ranks then in duration
Okay.
and 1 rank in conjure for 6 aether total.
Okay.
Do you have any discounts in either of those?
No.
Okay, so spend that 6 aether
Okay.
and then roll me a d6 to see how well it goes.
Ah, 4.
A 4. Okay, so that's just as intended.
'Kay.
So it works. You walk over there and you hand a boy a tattered uniform.
That's red.
It is, yes, it is red.
Red,
And he takes it from you, and it's clear that he can tell both of you are gods. Just existing as a god in this world, like you put out a vibe. And
A chaos
just
vibe.
just a chaos vibe, yeah. And he takes it from you, and he is confused. Thank you.
You can go.
this-
Yeah. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you.
This is really great.
Is this for the
To replace your ribbons.
fire then?
Yeah, you wanted them to be red.
Thank you.
What a fine
And
young
he
man.
turns and goes.
Have you seen these?
I saw this one, but I saw
Right.
it first.
Okay. Sure.
Are you guys holding it up so we could also see?
Are you?
where are
I'm
you?
holding it up, but again, I am gonna let you come to me, but I'm holding it up high enough that you could see it if you wanted to through the crowd. But I'm talking to you because you're the one that's right here.
Yes.
And as you're
I don't
you're
know.
finally getting to look at them and kind of touch them a little bit, they're a little wet.
Okay.
Like a little slimy a bit, or there's kind of some tendrils that stick when you try and pull your arms apart. Totally clear though,
Okay.
including the slime stuff.
I don't love it.
Well, given that these are somewhat transparent, I feel like they might be related to the courier.
Might they?
I think so.
Wow. That's such a great thought that you had.
I thought so.
Hey guys,
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Gettysburg had a really good idea.
Go on.
Go on, yes.
We found these. It's,
No.
You see, I found these ribbons, and they lost all of their color and turned see-through. So I think that they're related to the god of transparency.
I toss one at you because I know how you like slimes.
That's true, I do.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting a ping on the radar?
No.
Okay.
To be fair, you haven't gone very far yet.
I was going to do that too.
You gonna taste it?
Do you want one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Knock yourself
You
out.
gonna taste it too?
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you both taste it, and then
Well,
I'll tell you what
I'm
it's
just going to take not taste. I'm going to just bite, like eat me in the cookie.
All right. Well, it is fabric. It tastes like fabric when you put it in your mouth, and it has that same sensation of trying to chew through fabric. So it doesn't snap off very easily or anything like that. The slime, on the other hand, does taste tingly, like not poison, but probably divine. So
Does when they lick and or bite or whatever they're doing to it, does the slime like come up? Like, can you wipe the slime off of it?
it is kind of intrinsic now
Okay.
to the thing that you are holding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As if it is also kind of exuding it.
Okay, so like my tongue is not invisible now going,
Right.
"Ah."
Correct.
Yeah,
It's
wow.
not invisible paint or anything like that. Yeah.
Is it slippery?
It is. It has a little like lubricant feel
Okay.
to it. Yeah.
I keep some because clues, but I sort of like banana peel toss some around also.
yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This brings me back, and it makes me think of, the hot summer days when there's that silver metallic pouch that has some sort of juice inside of it. And then you melt into a pool of the juice. You guys have been there. It feels like that, like this, but it has divine, so it's like God juice.
God juice. Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I just love God juice.
Horrifying.
I'm just always thirsty for God juice.
It does sort of taste like that. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't replenish any of your aether,
No.
which is the real name of it. But it is definitely some residue that is immediately detectable as divine. Yes.
So it's just like loose aether, just chilling on this fabric.
It's sort of so let's see. You can go ahead and make a brains plus weird check. Actually, anyone can if you have a familiar.
Nice. I have one die in brains plus weird.
So you have a die now.
I have
so
one
it'll
die
explode.
this time.
Yeah, you only need one
Thanks,
success on
Epimatic.
this one.
Okay.
Go. Hey.
You got it. That's one.
Yay!
Two.
Okay, 2 successes over here. Okay, so it tastes sort of like familiar. Like
Oh, you've definitely licked your familiar.
it
Yes.
it reminds you of like
Yeah.
so there's some amount
Seen
of
you do
like
it.
detachment that comes when you have a familiar because the familiar is made of you. It is a part of you that is like outside running around doing some stuff, and it can be dangerous sometimes if they get grabbed or whatever, but like it is part of you when you
Okay.
get one. So it's like a copy of your taste. I can't believe I have to describe this way. like a copy of your divine flavor. And so this tastes like a sparkly water version of that.
Would you call what form of matter would you say that this is?
I would say that it is a slime.
Okay, that's like a non-Newtonian solid? What are we?
I think
Is it a liquid?
It's a
Would
liquid.
it in any capacity be considered a liquid?
Because you're bonded to Caprice, is my guess.
I don't know why you brought that up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll do a liquid.
Great. Okay.
Close
I
enough.
dip a toe in. Only I don't use my toes. I use my hands like a normal, and I can touch a liquid and roll a d6 to ask that many questions about it.
Fantastic. This will count as that
Okay.
for this.
Perfect.
Yes. So go ahead and
Nice.
roll that d6.
Ooh,
Six. So many
Nice.
questions.
Oh, man.
That's a lot of questions
All right.
about the goo.
Oh, okay.
right,
That's
um,
what. That's what.
How long ago was the goo
Placed here
placed on the things?
within the hour.
Okay. Okay.
So your hunch was right.
It wasn't a hunch. I knew.
Yeah.
What shape does the familiar take that left the goo? If that's the assumption we're making, you
Yeah.
said it tastes like familiar?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't be too specific with many of the answers, but
Yeah.
but it is lumpy. It's kind of a lumpy
Okay.
blob thing.
Lumpy shape. Okay. Okay. The 6 questions is like a
It's
lot.
a lot.
actually.
You don't have to use all of them if you
No.
decide you're done.
But what if I have 6 questions about this goo? Does anyone have any questions they want to ask the goo?
Goo questions.
Good question.
Where is the god of transparency?
I'm gonna keep that one. You know what? Why not? Where is the goo provider's master? Do we say master of familiar? You know, like partner? I don't know. What do you call it? What does your
The
familiar
mega
call you?
god.
It's different for everyone.
Yeah, we're friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Progenitor?
You might say something more like progenitor or master or something.
Yeah.
So I think that if you want to burn 2 questions, I'll give you a roll about it because
Okay.
it's a little too complex
Yeah.
for the way this wonder works.
Yeah, I do want that.
We also, would you like
And
to hear
four.
the suggestion from chat?
Yep.
Where is the familiar that left the goo?
Yeah. that-
Too. Good job,
good
chat.
one.
I don't know
Yeah.
who said that, but that was gonna be mine.
You have enough
was
question
Sarah.
points to do both.
Good job.
Yeah. I do want
Definitely
to do
not
both.
Sarah.
Okay. Great. All right. So first, I guess I'll burn the 2 questions to ask about Goo Daddy.
Yeah, and then go ahead and I'm going to have
Just
you.
like that.
Who's the goo daddy?
Who's the Goo
Just
Daddy?
misspelled. So
Who spilled the
unfortunately.
goo?
Yeah. Who's the Goo Daddy of the God Juice? Is my question.
It's going to be on a T-shirt before this episode is
In
done.
parentheses,
Please, someone
I
put it
have
on a t-shirt.
Minor irritants.
To everyone.
Part of my pettiness. Okay.
I love it.
So this is going to be it's going to be a weird roll, but
Okay.
I'll let you decide if it's brains or presence that you
Okay.
pair with it.
They would be the same.
Okay.
So I guess I will use
just-
brains.
Yeah, it'll just,
Just for
flavor.
yeah.
The narrative.
Okay.
What's your
That's
flavor?
flavor.
Tell me what's your flavor.
Everybody's tasting everything in this game. Just
I'm
It's
touching
a
it
game
with my
about
hand.
kids.
it's been
like
the tastest.
Yeah, just
tastiest
put
game.
everything in your mouth. What is this?
That's what kids
Yeah.
do. Like, oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know where it's at now.
We don't grow up, we just get bigger.
Yeah.
My mouth got way bigger.
I got a 6. I got 1 success.
Okay, 1 success on it. Okay, so you're gonna get a direction
Okay.
out of this, and it is mostly down the parade route, but it veers off. It's not quite directions specifically, but it is a that way that you get.
Okay, so I kind of have a vague idea of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are there cardinal directions here?
Probably.
So- okay,
yeah,
so let's
yeah.
say to
we'll
the
say it's to the
northeast.
northeast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Love it.
My
Where
question
Yeah.
is the Goo Baby?
That
Would that be a sploosh then?
I don't know what rating is the stream.
I have no idea. I don't know.
We're gonna rescind that.
We're gonna
We'll
rescind
just
that.
go with Goo Baby.
Goo
everybody.
baby.
Goo Baby.
Yeah.
Much better.
Much better.
Is it?
It is straight ahead. It is
Okay.
north.
Straight ahead.
I thought that was a but I guess not.
How fast is Goo Baby moving?
Oh, pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a lot of like you can feel like a lot of bouncing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick and bouncy.
Cool.
Okay.
Fun.
You know, like Goo babies do.
Yeah. Goo Baby is going that way. I sort of point. quickly and bouncily, and and I think that the translucent person whose name we don't know, whatever, it followed the parade route and then veered to the northeast. So either way, we're going to be heading northeast. I think. Cool. You can follow me if you like. And I start walking.
Great.
And I walk slightly faster.
And then I walk slightly faster than that.
This is incredible. All right. This is the best. What about the two of you?
So I have a wonder called the Basics. And I'm wondering, I could summon different types of the element or thing.
Did you pick one when you bought it?
I did.
Okay.
I chose two because I have it twice.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm wondering if I could summon not water but ice.
I think you could do ice. It's not a lot. Like
Okay.
you're not getting a large volume of it. This isn't going to be like a glacier or
No,
anything
yeah,
like that. Yeah. But you could do something like slip and slide.
So that's pretty much what I want to do. I want to just be able to ice skate everywhere.
Oh, like
Okay.
So just like summon a
You're
little bit under my
frozoning.
feet. Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to frozone. Just a little bit under my feet.
So there's a couple of things that might be complicated for that. There are children everywhere.
Worth.
Number one. And then number two, it's going to be, because it's not a road, it's going to be like just not a lot of space that you're getting. So you will be doing it over and over and over, which is fine. But we might just require some reflex checks to see how effective
Sounds good.
you can be with that.
No, that's perfect.
All right. It's going to be, let's start with that one, because that one's a little strange, I think.
Okay.
So I just want you to start with, go ahead and roll reflex plus exert.
Ooh.
And you're going to have a difficulty of 3 on this one.
Okay.
Good luck.
Chances of spending Aether is high.
Oh, you got
Hey.
All right, 2
Two.
successes so far, and you got a
Spend
6.
Aether on as a.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Wait. Rewind yourself.
I'm so used to the bouncy die. I'm just trying to imitate it.
It explodes.
Okay.
3. So 3 successes.
kills.
Yeah.
So you are able to conjure a bit of ice. It's not much.
That's fine.
You've got maybe 10 feet
Oh,
worth
okay.
of it. Yeah.
Was there a way that I could summon it just under my foot? That's all I want to
So,
do
like,
is like under
a
my
foot at
foot.
a
That's
time?
going to be more complicated than
Okay.
that specific wonder
Okay.
would allow.
Okay.
However, you are the god of children's games.
Yeah.
So you could conjure a slip and slide if you wanted, or ice skates even. I guess like it would be harder to do the rink portion of it, but like because I feel like you can do children's parties and
Yeah, I
you know.
just
Yeah,
want to be
just
able
like
to.
1 foot of ice at a time. And
I think there's
his
going to be
foot goes
some
up,
ranks
I'm
in
like,
weird, but we can do this based on that.
I just want to be able to be ahead of them, and like be able to circle around them.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all
I hate
want.
it, but also feel little worshipped by it.
Right?
It's so petty.
Yeah.
Kids, baby.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what this one is going to look like. So I think it's going to be a little bit of conjure,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then however long you want it to last. Here's the thing that I will point out. You can only have an active ritual equal to the number of your divinity. Oh. So you
this would
already
be your
have
second
one
one.
going.
Yeah, this will be my second one.
So this will be your second one, which means if you do another one that has duration, you can do ones
Okay.
that don't have duration.
Okay, cool.
But as soon as you put any extra duration into it, one of those you got to make go away.
Gotcha.
And they don't automatically drop. You have to pay to stop them.
Oh wow.
Because once you
Right, 'cause that's
exert
one of the
yourself
wonders.
on reality,
Okay.
that happens. And unless you have the take backsies wonder, that's how you drop those for free.
I don't, but it definitely seems like something I would pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can absolutely do this. And one thing that you might consider is doing it in small chunks. So rather than doing one duration that lasts for like an hour or 12 hours, you're like, no, I'll do this for 10 minutes and then see if I still need it.
Gotcha. Because then it'll fall off and.
Correct. But that does mean that you have to continue to roll to confirm your rote, that D6, which could give you bonuses or complications.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the, I guess, time of year?
Oh, autumn. We'll
Autumn?
say it's autumn.
Okay, yeah, ice skates are appropriate.
Yeah.
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 So gonna go still with ice skating and not rollerblading. Yeah. Okay. So conjure, and like
Although you could just conjure some rollerblades if you wanted.
Well, and I thought about that, but it's winter or it's autumn, so it really feels like
Whatever.
Thought about that, but we just decided.
Yeah.
It's
We
just
autumn.
decided to do it.
I
more
still have
complicated.
autumn as like a longboarding season.
I feel like summer's for longboarding.
No, yeah, I would say maybe autumn for skateboarding. At best.
Winter's for ice skating, obviously.
Yeah. What is autumn? Autumn's like a bike, like a dirt bike.
Yeah, like a
A
scooter.
dirt bike.
A three-wheeler.
It might be a motorized scooter. Or
Maybe it's one
I
of
was
those
thinking one of those plastic.
big wheel trike
Big wheel
guys.
trikes.
Yeah, like a big wheel.
You can
down
get them
with that.
electric now.
yeah.
Ew.
Wait, what? Nope, that's what I want. I want one of those little cars. Like not a Shriner car,
No,
but like
yeah.
the Barbie
Yeah.
dream car that's
Yeah.
pink.
Yeah.
That like
Yep.
a Jeep.
Absolutely.
Want that.
Okay, great. Fantastic. So this is going to be Conjure.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be...
This is now something else.
It's going to be rank 3 in Conjure.
Sounds good.
Because that's also going to encompass it sort of having an engine, but not really.
Will it be able to carry the god of fairy tales?
Okay, if you want to conjure a big version of Barbie's dream car.
No, like a little one. Where
Yeah, just a little one. Like,
they
we both have to cram
they
in.
perch-
Oh, yeah.
I used to
Sure.
ride in one of those with my friend when I was like 4.
You're also still very
So,
small.
Yeah. Well,
So, like-
yeah, but I'm just, like you guys
So,
could probably like
I think
clown car into it.
Structurally, yes. It is.
Solid.
It is magic that,
Done.
that you were
Yes.
doing. So, yeah.
Cool.
right.
Conjure 3.
Let's do Conjure 3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to leave duration up to you.
I'm thinking rank 3. It'll last up for half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour. I
Okay.
feel like they're not that far. This is like what, 15-mile radius?
Yeah.
Also, if you've ever seen
yeah.
a kid ride one of those, it's like a 20-minute adventure.
And then they get
Done.
very bored.
Distracted, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't need to guard. I don't need to learn. Scope.
Nope, I don't think scope
Okay.
is necessary for this one. Scope really kind of like enhances some of the other things that you're doing. So if you wanted the car to say have, I don't know, wings or something like that would then be scope.
I do want it to be fast enough to get ahead of them and be able to circle them.
Okay, yeah. If you're looking to do like some Tokyo Drift stuff with it,
Yeah.
let's do rank 2 in scope.
Okay. And then you said wild card because it is.
I think this is actually close enough to
Nice.
sort of what you're doing that I'm only going to give you 2 ranks in wild card.
Okay. So that
It's a
is
little far from your purview, but not that far. Yeah.
solid. All right. So that's a total of 10, with the highest rank being 3.
Which is only a ×1 multiplier.
So
Yep.
10 minus 1 for duration and 1 for scope. So 8.
Correct.
Nice.
Solid.
Yeah.
Done.
All right, so spend that 8 Aether, and then roll a d6 to confirm how this works.
50 or 64.
Yeah, you can do it.
Oh man, let's get in this sweet, sweet bike. I'm gonna roll pink like the Barbie dream car.
Ooh.
6.
Awesome, 6. So major bonus for this one. And I think the major bonus is, maybe not that you would use it, but I think it can hold the party. If you want to stack up on each other. It is not, there's not extra seats. It is not any
It
bigger,
just-
but you know you can piggyback with this and then piggyback all the way up and to carry everybody if you want.
Okay. I'm going to circle around them and then get in, losers. We've got someone to not see.
I was gonna not get in, but the phrasing of that request worked.
Yeah.
I will be sitting on your lap despite you being tiny.
Oh. Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Great. I love it. Do you get in as well?
Yes, and I'm gonna sit on their shoulders.
Oh, I was really hoping you were gonna be like on the hood, like George Washington.
Man, yes, better. Yes, like George Washington crossing the
I love
Delaware.
it. I love it so much.
And I'm gonna send Appomattox Courthouse to fly around and scout.
Love it.
Now that we know a little bit more
About
where we're
what's going
looking
on.
for.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
My
I
stuffed
think-
parrot.
I think that this is going to be a good time for a brief bio break.
Yes.
So let's come back in like 5.
Yeah.
Let's do 5. All
do
right.
5.
5. See you soon.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. We're back. We took a break that was maybe a little longer than 5 minutes. We started talking about things and having snacks and all kinds of stuff. And this is, I have to say, not the first time that a group of gods has spent most of a one-shot starting to walk down the street, which is as far as we have gotten so far. So we're going to see how much farther we get. And then this one-shot will happen later also. I'm just going to call it a one-shot forever, and it's fine.
You should just call it a some shot.
A some shot. That's
We really got it.
S-O-M-E.
Some shot.
Enunciation.
It's a some shot.
Really important there.
Has been great for this game.
Are we still doing phrasing?
Anyways, we're following goo monsters down the street.
What sound did that?
Splooges, if you will. In our some shot.
There we go. Hi, everyone.
Sorry.
That's all right. Just watch it later.
I think
Later
we're still PG-13.
after- yeah.
Yeah, it's noise civic.
The rules are very loose.
Yeah.
All right. So when we last left everybody, we had just spent a lot of time licking some goo that we found and asking some questions about that, because you can learn a lot by licking things, as it turns out, in this game and in life.
In life.
So we were walking down the street after the goo monster, or the goo familiar,
Goo
or
baby.
Yes, the
And
goo baby.
and Goo Daddy are kind of both vaguely in the same direction, and then they
Flubber.
split.
Great.
Yeah.
We're following Flubber.
Okay. So
That's my favorite movie.
as
Following Flubber.
the following
Sorry.
as the four of you are walking down the street, you notice that there are more strands of now clear bits of fabric, string. A lot of things have been tied up for the children to get. You're driving. That's right. That's where we left off. All four of you are stacked on top of Barbie's dream car,
Yeah.
with the God of Children's Games driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fine. I'm going to have you make another check. I know you rolled really well before, but I'm going to need another reflex plus exert check, because there's a lot of children in your way.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
sway like this tower.
Are any of them like on each other's shoulders to like reach anything or?
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's definitely some that are stacked up to reach higher.
Could I aid in this? I have. What is the extension of the multi-tool?
Well, what do you want it to do? So the multi-tool is a wonder that you have for being bonded to Rhyme, where you can grow your fingernails into
Yes.
tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like what in the
Oh,
front
like
of
a
cars.
cattle.
catcher?
Oh,
yeah.
like a big wedge. Okay, so
Wedge.
normally how this works is
Just, like,
it's a
weave
little
them
thing that
together.
would grow out of just one fingernail. However, I think that if you were willing to spend a little bit of aether to maybe zhuzh this, you are on a mission from Rhyme,
Yes.
after all. So, and normally it's a thing that you can use multi-tool repeatedly, but this is going to take all 10 of your fingernails.
Oh yeah.
So it will tap you out for that, because normally you can like grow a key or a screwdriver and then use it for a bit, and then that breaks off and you have to wait till it grows back. This will be all 10, and then,
That
but
way
it will assist.
I don't want the kids to get hurt.
I am going to be challenging them to chicken
Oh.
because I've got someone. Oh, I know you're not on my shoulders anymore.
No, I'm on the hood.
Yeah, never
I'm
mind.
crossing the Delaware.
Never mind. That would just be weird to do that. So
It doesn't even work now.
yeah, like we're not playing chicken.
No,
They're just.
no, I'm crossing the Delaware.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, so I am going to try to avoid the kids now.
Okay.
All right, I'm
So
kinda-
yeah, go ahead and roll either reflex plus exert, or I would also let reflex plus hit in order to avoid hitting them. You can
Okay.
use that same sort of skill, maybe do brains plus hit rather, or reflex plus exert. So
Okay.
either steering out of the way or just like being smart enough to not hit a chunk.
Okay, I'm
There's peril. We promised peril.
I'm going to go with reflex and exert because
So this is a challenge difficulty of 3, because there are a lot of them.
I'm just trying to think if challenging the chicken would be good, but like
Really, what this will do if you fail is it's just going to slow you down. It's not,
okay.
We're not going to be crushing any children
Oh, yeah.
or anything like that, but it will impede your process.
Yeah, none of them are in little cars.
It's true.
So,
It's small.
all right. So
Oh, you got
that's
1, 2.
3.
That's 3 already, and those
And
That's
two.
two
two
explode.
explode.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll these guys. They haven't got any action.
Oh,
All right. Well,
Yeah, that's cocked.
that's
That's
cocked.
cocked.
Okay.
all right. 3 it is.
3 success. Well, that's what you needed. So
Cool.
you are able to. It is not fast. It is a. You are driving through a sidewalk full of rambunctious children.
Is it faster than walking?
It is faster than walking. Yeah. Yep. A little bit. A little bit. And now you're also not walking, which is kind of nice. There's a lot of detritus on the floor now, like floor,
Yeah.
ground. We're outside. It's the ground.
But it's all like clear.
There's more of that as you were going in this direction. So you're starting to see more of these strands that are clear now. Some of them are a little drippy, and it does appear to be making kind of slippery spots on the ground.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, my shoes are impractical.
So since Appomattox Courthouse, I can't actually pronounce this. I should
No,
have
I
picked a
actually
better
like
name.
that as your like character would be
Just
very confident that
no
it's
idea.
Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since they're like scouting, can I see through their eyes and see if there's like an epicenter of ook?
Ooh.
Yeah, you can see through their eyes, but let's go ahead and it's going to be a presence plus notice.
Oh.
Because you're doing a weird thing using your familiar to see through. So
Okay.
yeah.
You have so much
And this is
I
going
have
to be
so much presence.
And this is going to be a challenge difficulty
do.
of 3. So you'll need 3 successes on this roll.
Okay.
You could do it.
Do it.
Gettysburg.
Use that bird.
Hey,
So
2
2
and
and-
explosion.
And then explodes again.
Yeah, you can see if you super succeed.
No.
Regular succeed.
Well, you got 3 successes on it, which is fantastic.
I'm fantastic.
So, yeah, you can kind of tell you're not able to pinpoint more goo, but you are able to see more of the result
Okay.
of that goo. Like, people are starting to slip in it. There's
Ew.
definitely a trail that is going that you can get. Eponymous courthouse,
Snail trail.
Maximus courthouse.
A pox upon you.
Appomattox. Appomattox Courthouse.
I like
Fantastic.
it. I want it to be different every time.
It's gonna be.
Great.
So
course, okay.
A Tamatox Courthouse.
Tamatox Courthouse
Apothecary.
is going that direction, and you can see that there's a solid trail.
Okay.
It looks like it's maybe doubling back on itself, though.
Oh, so coming back towards us. Excellent. Then I'm going to keep an eye out for the goo baby.
The invisible goober.
Well, so if it's big enough, then it isn't, because it's translucent, it's not invisible, and those are
like bumping
different.
into stuff,
so
right?
it would be like water.
Causing a
So but you can
disruption.
see it, even though it doesn't. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
Like you can vaguely
Does-
see
Right.
that one.
So I want to identify the transparent thing.
Yeah.
Like when it's looking out
there
for
is
it.
something that like while your bird is looking, there is something that is kind of like bumping into stuff, like you said. You
Okay.
can't see anything really.
Okay.
But it's there is an effect around that is happening as things become kind of slick
Okay.
with this stuff.
I'm going to point it out to everybody. I found it.
Oh,
There's too many people in front of you to see that far down the street, but he's very confident.
And I've been
He's
right
on the
so
hood.
far.
Can you just point us towards it? Great.
he's on the hood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm going
I'm a hood
to
ornament now.
use a rote.
Okay.
Oh,
Third rope.
What?
is it your third rope?
Ooh.
Yeah, but if it's no duration, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just going to be a
Instantaneous.
rote that says do a thing. So it's going to be Simon says get down.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just to kind of like clear the road
Yeah, just-
for you.
Well, I mean, yes, we'll say clear the road.
Okay.
Definitely not just drop to the ground.
Yeah. I mean, Simon Says is a pretty powerful thing to start from. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be, if we're not doing any duration on this, it's just going to be one command.
Yep.
That then the people only. This isn't going to affect gods unless you're paying extra, and then that
No.
we can do that if you want. But if you're just worried about the kids, getting
Yeah, I
out of
just
the
want
way.
the kids
Yep.
get out of the way, like
Yep. Okay. Really,
So you're just
this
like
is-
yelling car to break up the street basketball.
effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that this is just some scope. I think.
Okay.
Like this is pretty solidly in your wheelhouse. You know, like and it's scope because you're trying to target an area of effect rather than one person. So we're doing scope on that. So really, just how many people do you want?
I want this the street to be just. I want all the kids just like whoop, against the walls, like okay.
Yeah. So I think that would be a scope 5 in this case.
And I guess because there probably are adults too, right?
Oh, it can be the humans. We'll say
Yeah.
the humans. Yeah.
Well, I guess if there is anyone who resists or does not do what Simon says, they
Oh.
probably need to take damage.
That's true, because that's how that game works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, let's put some damage into it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very gentle damage for any of the kids that
Oh, yeah.
happen,
Oh,
but
yeah.
for the grown-ups, they know what they got into.
Exactly. You know this game.
Yeah. So how
know it.
much
You
damage
live in
do
God's
you want to
city.
put into
I
it?
was honestly thinking just some like minor damage, enough to make them. I don't know what percentage means. So
Yeah. It's if you're just looking for a little bit, we can go off of the stress tables.
okay.
And so, like, rank 1 would be 2 health points. To put it into perspective for everybody that is at home, the squishy human body that is beneath all of the divinity here, you, for example, have 8 health points. But gods get to soak incoming damage to their
true.
aether pool
Okay. If
we want
instead
to.
of
Yeah.
hitting their body. Humans don't have that as a benefit. So it is pretty easy to knock some people out. But it is, especially for children, like I said, they'll be mostly fine. For the grown-ups, I think they have a minimum of 4. I think it's a minimum of 4. If they have a 0 in their might and
Let's just do
endure.
2% then, because
Yeah.
I think that would just be 1 on
Yeah.
most people, as opposed to half of their health.
Yeah, we'll do just rank 1. It's going to be like a narrative nudge of
Light
damage.
candy.
Actually, just thought about it. Roll that back.
Okay.
I do want the 2. Like you do with the God of Children's Game
Yeah.
says.
Oh,
I think
All
they're
right,
nice.
all right, great. I think
Kids can be.
That's what I'm saying. Like I had to think about it. I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah.
Bryce wants it to be a gentle touch.
Also, I really respect you just keeping to the rules of Simon Says.
Yep.
So let's see if they says.
If they
Nope.
does.
We'll just do the road.
Yeah. See if they does.
See
Okay.
if they does. Yeah.
So
So,
that would be
5 in conjure, and then 1 in.
Oh, it's conjure.
sorry. Scope.
Oh, okay.
Right in scope, one
and then 1 in
damage.
damage.
So, all right, so 5 in scope, 1 in damage brings me up to 6. And then it's in that double multiplier, so it's
Correct.
12 minus 1 because I have 1 degree discount in scope, brings it to 11. Bless you multiple times.
Sorry.
So that brings me down to 53 Aether.
And
And
then roll a d6 to see how well it works.
rolling like a D6. All right!
One.
Major
All right.
complication.
Major complication, everybody. That's great. Okay, so you walk me through it. What do
Okay.
you say?
So, beep beep. Simon says, put your backs against the wall.
Okay, so here's what happens. A number of children in the street, like a very large amount of them, are into games and they do it. Their reflexes are good for things like this, even if they don't realize it. So many of the children get out of the way. I'm going to say about half of the adults get out of the way, and then you see the ones that don't get out of the way kind of double over a little bit as your purview hits them for not doing what Simon said. And then I would like the 3 of you to make me a check to see how your reflexes are for listening to Simon. So this is going to be a reflex plus weird. And in this case, that's not negotiable. And your divinity is 2, so your
Mm-hmm.
challenge difficulty, everybody, is going to be 2.
Hey.
2.
2.
2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2
I got one. Let me see if I.
None. Okay, so this does
No.
work. This is a regular check, and you are all gods, even though you all just failed. So you can spend Aether after the fact now at a cost of 2 to 1. So you could spend 4 Aether right now to succeed.
I
Or
am
not.
not going to.
No, I'm crossing the Delaware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely not will I be involved in this game.
Faye, how about you? Are you going to do what Simon says, or are you going to pay to stay in the car?
Pay the Aether price.
I feel like because it is a thing I didn't follow, and I'm gonna do the consequences because I'm the old style fairy tales, and so I will stick with the consequences and
All
get
right, I
my
respect that.
booty.
I respect that. Yeah. So you get kicked out of the car.
Yeah. Well, you're on my lap.
I'm on their lap, so I like, yeah, but
No,
I stay
but
in the car.
You're able to stay in the
Sit.
car.
Yeah,
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 It is like a Jenga
Yeah.
tower ejection,
Right,
and
yeah.
everybody just kind of like drops
Great,
down.
okay.
You don't have to worry about any damage or anything like that. But you are now not in the car.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just kicked out to the side, and you go up against the wall, and it feels good to play the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the consequence. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
no. Just go, oof.
It felt victorious because you did what Simon said, and so in theory you get to move on to the next round if anything else happens. So there is that sort of like sense of accomplishment that comes with getting kicked out of the car.
Faye, Simon says get back in the car, Faye.
I'll,
There's only one.
Yeah, no, I'm Simon now.
I don't think that's how it works. What? I don't think that's how it works.
No, the rules are important. You're right.
Yeah. There's only
it's
one.
fine.
Simon.
I just dust myself off
Okay.
and like
Hop
kind
back
of.
in.
Well, like I will just jog next to them. Jog.
Great. Wonderful. I love that. So now the 3 of you are stacked, not precariously, solidly. We're good. But
Yeah,
stacked
you're
on the
driving.
bargaining
I'm in the
floor.
car. You're on the
You
hood.
said
so-
you
I'm
said
on the
it's
hood.
nearby, right?
Yeah.
While I'm jogging, I am spreading my glitter.
Oh, that you got from the vendor.
Yes, to see where the, translucent
Great.
creature.
Okay. And as you're heading off in that direction and scattering some glitter around as you go, you can make out from in front of you like a small blob, maybe like the size of a basketball. It's bouncing around a lot. It is knocking into people. It is bouncing off of children. They fall over and laugh and stuff. And then he's just hopping all over the place, leaving these like wet smears all over. And it just bounds right towards you.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bounds right up into your car, and then lands in your lap.
Can I catch it?
Yeah, easily.
Cool.
Yeah, not hard at all. It's even ball shaped.
Not out.
Okay. Ask it where its dad is.
And then a little like it's hard to. It's kind of like looking, so you can see through it, but it's like looking at your body underwater, where kind of like ripples and everything like that. So you can see what's on the other side of it, but there's definite distortions that are happening. And then part of that fluid opens up a bit of a mouth that takes up the majority of the shape.
Pac-Man.
And it just says, "Oh, finally, you can help me, right?
Depends. What are we doing?
My god's fallen down. You have to come.
Oh, that sucks.
You are the first one that I've bumped into. There's not many of you here, surprisingly."
Oh no, that's good. Wait, is that good? Yeah, that's good.
If that's surprising, then that's bad.
We can. I mean, you could lead us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I was trying to do already, but
Oh, okay.
you
Can you drive?
no.
Because I heard you're a virgin who can't drive.
My God. It was incredible. One shots, everybody. I think that is a perfect ender. We're gonna land on the humiliation of calling a little blob monster a virgin who can't drive.
Familiar. It's just like with no hands. Like
There's a little like tremble, like oh, incredible. All right, yeah, as anticipated, one
sorry.
shot, everybody.
Okay. Yeah. Some
One
shot.
shots, a sum shot. SOME.
Well, it's a 0.7 update. First we did the 0.5, and
That's
now
true.
it's 0.7.
Averages. We're gonna math
This is like a Vista.
Yeah. We haven't had the full release, it's just the prequels. So then the next time will be the full completion. Players have.
It's not going to
or
be.
not.
It's not going to be.
I don't know. It took the four of you a long time to start moving down the street. I had fun doing it. Don't get me wrong. I have had a blast, and I am not at all upset.
No, I've been great.
It really is a pile of fun characters.
I love this so much.
So before we wrap up tonight, I'm going to take a thing from Sarah's table. Sarah always asks for moments of gratitude after a game session happens. So I just want to go around the table and get moments of gratitude from everybody. Megan, we're going to start with you.
I'm taking notes.
I can do it while they're taking notes.
I'm taking.
Okay,
Sorry.
So
Okay.
I love the fact that the god of pettiness is like, oh, that guy? No. Screw his plans. Why? Because. It's like, you know what? Fair. And then I was even like, oh, you're telling him to go for some other color? Fine. That's a fun game. Let's go for that color instead. Nope. Bunch of difference of color? Nobody can win then. Nobody can win.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
No, these colors win.
Those are colors.
These are colors.
Yeah. Oh wait, are we going in circle?
Yeah, now we are.
Okay.
I will say for Gettysburg, I love your commitment to choosing a direction and knowing full well.
I was right.
You're right.
We found the Goo Buddy.
We did.
Yeah.
You did.
I did.
You're right.
Yeah.
Your authoritativeness and knowing your place in the world and not being questioned at all is great.
Have you ever seen, let's just say, an elder Caucasian man just walking through everybody, not caring where he steps on? Gettysburg.
Gettysburg. I really appreciate this. Honestly, this system and then you as a storyteller as well.
Yeah.
That I can roll a 1 on the luck die for skills I don't even have, and you're just like excellent.
Yeah.
Like I really appreciated that. I thought that was great.
Yeah, thanks. It's all about continuing to fail forward as often as possible.
It's my specialty.
Yeah. Oh man.
Gettysburg.
But I like everybody so much. This is such a I love the whole premise of this game. It's
Multiple
so good.
moments.
I have lots of moments.
Melting moments.
Yeah. Well, you're still gonna do a moment, right? And then everybody can have a moment.
I'll do a
probably.
moment, I
Okay.
guess.
Great. Okay. Great. Then I just like you both so much. I'm so mean.
Just do it both.
Okay. Well, I appreciate greatly Bonsai's crazy eyes. I really wish that you guys could see them because every
Yeah. Oh,
time,
man.
she does a thing.
Too terrifying to see at home.
Yeah.
I was scared. I'm next to
It would
Bonsai.
change
That
our
was the
rating.
nightmare Ryan put in your head. It's just
They're like-
Bonsai's eyes.
And it's always like with nail cooking.
From
the keratin god.
Good.
Yeah. Big fan. And it's got that same like creepy, like over the garden wall, old fairy tale energy that I'm into.
Yeah.
And also, I love how dedicated you are to making everything a game. Like how am I moving? It's a game. How am I getting? It's a game. I mean, obviously that's your whole thing, but it's like every little piece of it. Which is maybe part of why this is a sum shot, but I'm super here for it. I like it a lot.
I'm going to run out of Aether and I'm like, well,
Just immediately, we
Here we
haven't even
are.
found
Yeah,
it.
Then you're just gonna crash and take a nap.
Yeah, he's gonna power down.
Mine is a blanket statement. I think this table has chosen to spend Aether so fast. Really, just hand over fist all night long, and that's going to be great when we get back together, whenever that happens to be. And the plot happens.
It's fine.
So no, it's cool. It's gonna be great. Everybody can still do stuff when they're out of their god juice, I guess. I'm so sorry. I had to say it.
how fast can we regenerate God juice?
That's what you
What's
were.
a refractory period?
That's what your daily Aether
In our sum
replenishment
shot?
is. Yeah. So whatever that daily Aether replenishment is, everybody's got a different value, and it's not very high. This isn't a game where you take a nap and you're all better
No.
the next day. You got to wait for your followers to pray a bunch.
Oh, I do have followers that have been sort of like baby ducking me this whole time. I forgot to mention. I do.
Oh, please tell me that it's Wednesday and they're all wearing a certain color.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's pink, by the way.
On
Pink is the
Wednesdays,
color.
we wear pink. I'm not because I don't really need that kind of attention, you know? But it's cute that they do it.
You told them and then you wore something different.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, pink?
Amazing.
Weird.
Okay, that's a choice you can make, I guess.
All right. Well, I mean, normally this would be the part where I would tell you when to tune in next time. But we don't know when that is. But what I will say is that if you want to buy this book, please buy it.
Do it. This is so fun.
Please. You can go to formerlyferalgames.com and get a copy.
And you should.
And then I can keep writing in this world, which is really great. And it's a fun game.
Simon says go buy some books.
Oh,
That's so good.
100 successes!
Yeah,
Incredible.
I wrote there's a fairy tale about people who went and bought books.
Yeah.
It went well for them.
went really
it was
well.
really
So
great.
well. Anyways, buy the book. And then I guess that's everything. My name is Damon Van Hee. You can find me on the internet at Damon Van Hee. That's it. That's all that I have. And where can we find you? No, we're going to skip.
Okay, my name is Megan Karimi Nasser, and occasionally I use Instagram under the name Megan and Eggs.
I'm Sharon Bebop, and occasionally I use social media under the name Everyday De-Escalation. Probably. It's dogs. Don't follow me unless you want dog pictures.
There's a lot of dogs.
All the dogs. Hello, everybody. I am Bonsai Baby. You can find me on here, Gen Con TV, every Friday and on Wednesdays for certain shows. I believe I'm also going to be in next week for more Burning Wheel. Yes. Where we have a new GM.
That
It'll be me
That
again next Wednesday. Maybe
Next
every Wednesday.
Maybe. Oh.
guy. Wait, is Boozer dead?
No. Booze is fine. Yeah, Booze is fine.
Way to drop the news on the live stream.
Right? I'm so sorry,
That's
everyone.
a really tasteless way to announce that. Okay.
But yeah, also Fridays, TableTakes at 2 p.m. This is all Pacific time. And also, you can find me at Bonsai Baby, that's BABEE on Instagram, because I'm doing some custom shoes, and right now I'm working on some gelatinous cube shoes.
They look really cool, by the way.
Oh, I haven't put the goo on yet.
Oh, no, you haven't.
I haven't put the goo yet. Oh, and then also you can find me on TikTok where I'm posting the same videos, and I also did a time lapse of Red Dragon shoes that I'm also making. So if those sound interesting, look me up.
I don't have as many socials, so you can either find me online as Bryce Bebop, there's only one me, or Bebop Bryce on Instagram. I've started posting more because I started doing some cosplay things at Gen Con, so that was super fun. I also have a lot of dog pictures. By the way, it's the same dogs. So I'm also here on Wednesdays sometimes with that guy as the new GM, or Mike Boozer, who is not dead, who is the other GM. So
He sits here also.
he does.
Not
I sit there when they're not there.
stacked.
Not
Oh, yeah.
stacked.
There was a lot of
Okay.
people stacking tonight.
Just want to make it clear.
That's not safe.
But if you were
in
to stack,
life mostly.
who is
would
the
be
top shelf?
I'm pretty sure you're the top shelf.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I mean, Boozer's
It's
much
not.
taller than you.
That's fair.
So, like,
You could like frame.
spoons.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
spoons.
Well, are they
I'm a
shoulder
good
to
little
shoulder or
spoon.
what?
Tune in to find out who
Yeah, I
stacks
guess
on
we'll
top
never
of us.
know.
Also, where can they find you?
Yeah, well, I'm at my thing that I said. But
But also,
formerlyferalgames.com has all of their socials there. They're all over the place, mostly at Formerly Feral Games. I think on X, it's formerly_feral because nuts to Twitter.
Yeah, and formerly Twitter.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
Formerly known as
thanks for tuning in, everybody. And we will see you again at some time.
goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Hope you have a